All right, my friends, welcome to the episode we've all been waiting for. A 2-week delay to get here. This is episode 200 of Prof and Dev Play Games. He is the Dev, Anthony, at SummerSpeak, and I am the Professor, Larry, at Prof Plays Games. And before we get into everything we're going to talk about today, the Switch Lite, the way we've been playing, all this stuff, reminiscing about the last 200 episodes, I got to tell you about my nephew's 6th birthday, which just happened. My cousin, They got him a Switch.
What?
They're camping. They got him a Switch for his birthday. And then my cousin's going home because he's got to work this next week, but they're going to stay camping for the next week. So the wife, the daughter, the son are going to stay there. And he's got his birthday presents. You know, it's his 6th birthday. Got a Switch. My fucking cousin leaves today, takes the Switch home, gets home, hooks up to the Wi-Fi, downloads Diablo 3. What is he doing right now? He's fucking playing Diablo 3 on the Switch he bought for his kid for his 6th birthday and said he doesn't need it while he's camping. I'm going to take it home and play it for the next week.
Let's just be honest. He bought a Switch for himself.
He bought a Switch for himself to play fucking Diablo 3. So I'm calling my cousin out right now for stealing his fucking kid's Switch.
That's a pretty great thing, and I will say I've used the excuse of that looks pretty cool. Kids kind of want that. We'll get it. It's cool. Yeah, they'll enjoy it.
Oh,
not a whole console, but a games here and there.
Right, but then you wouldn't take it away immediately. Right?
No,
you would leave it with the kid.
I mean, we'll be honest. Like Pokemon, like Sun and Moon was definitely one of like I'm curious to try this out.
Yeah.
I can justify it because the kids will want to play it.
Yeah, of course.
It's cool.
But you still let them play it.
Yes.
Before you played it, probably.
Well, simultaneously.
Yeah.
Like
well, still, that's better than he took it from freaking Northern California, and he's down in the Bay Area now with the Switch playing Diablo right now.
Oh, that's great. I'm sure he loves it too.
Oh my God, he is just in love. He is so excited. But we're gonna buy our nephew Minecraft because he loves Minecraft, so it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's a good one to start with.
Yeah.
When we get to what I've been playing, we can talk all about it.
Oh, excellent. So yeah, this is episode 200. We're going to talk about the Switch Lite. We're going to talk about what we've been playing. And also we're going to give away a couple of physical items for people who live in North America, Canada, the United States, or Mexico. So what we're doing basically is if you, in the next week, please leave a review on iTunes, specifically iTunes, for our podcast, preferably 4 or 5 stars, of course, but then leave a little comment and then tweet at us at Prof Plays Games at SummerSpeak with a screenshot or whatever of your review, and then we'll put all of those into our little hopper and then choose 2 at random. One person will get a physical copy of Assassin's Creed Odyssey that I went to GameStop to buy today, and they had nothing left except for the disc that they took out of the package, so it looks like it's open, but it's brand new. Fucking GameStop.
Yep.
So I'm going to send it to someone, and then you've got something as well.
Then I have a copy of what I've now found is a hard-to-find thing, which is the Mass Effect pack for Cards Against Humanity. With so for anybody who likes Cards Against Humanity and wants to add in things like totally fuckable aliens, the genophage, space racism, falling in actual love with a video game character, yeah, this is for you.
Awesome.
Or things like I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite place for blank on the Citadel.
I love it.
These would be pretty great for any kind of nerd group. And I have an extra copy that I would love to give away to someone, and these haven't been available in a long time, I don't think.
Right.
So
give us your ratings. We're going to do, let's say 2 weeks. Let's do 2 weeks of ratings on iTunes. Leave us a rating and then take a screenshot and hit us up on Twitter or Facebook. To hit us up on Twitter only, at SummerSpeak and at Prof Plays Games. Let us know that you left a review. We'll add you into the pool for these physical items, Assassin's Creed Odyssey and then the Cards Against Humanity Mass Effect pack. And we'll mail it to anywhere in Canada, the United States, or Mexico. So give us those reviews. Thanks, folks. And thanks for being with us for 200 episodes, man. That's
I know.
A long time.
And I'm going to use this 200th episode to plug one little tiny thing. If people ever want to see how games are developed, my team is going to start streaming a lot.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Of stand-ups, discussions. So we'll be on Twitch / Ghostly Bear Games. And then a bunch of us also have our own Twitch channels, which will be hosted by Ghostly Bear when we're on. And yeah, we're gonna we've taken a little bit of a shift in what we're working on right at the moment, and we're gonna try to be much more public about what we're doing, and you can see into the inner workings of what game making is like.
That's pretty cool.
And all the arguments and discussions, and ideally you can see how a functional team works, and we don't when solving problems and trying to work through all the stuff that is hard about making a game.
Right.
So yeah, that will be, I believe, starting. We already streamed us playing a game called Golf with your friends.
Oh yeah.
This past. Oh my god, it's hilarious. It's the best game for playing with friends. But I believe probably the end of this week, beginning of next week, we're gonna have like a pretty good schedule set up of how we're gonna stream things.
Nice.
And
so what's the / again? Ghostly Bear Games.
Ghostly Bear Games.
Nice.
All one word. Yeah, I'll be tweeting about it and making sure everyone can see it as it goes, and people will get to see how this goes.
Awesome.
Crossing my fingers that we don't completely screw this all up.
Don't say something totally terrible on
live.
Oh,
it's going to be probably not safe for work. Well, it's funny, we're working.
Yeah, right.
It's safe for our work, considering we're all our own HR. But they'll probably be not G-rated at all.
Right.
There'll probably be poop jokes. Those happen.
Hey.
We're talking about gases
life.
A lot right now, so
right.
You know, the jokes just roll out of that. So yeah, that's my little plug. Twitch.tv/ghostlybeargames. Give it a follow, and you can start seeing how games are made behind the curtain.
Sounds pretty awesome. I'll definitely check that out as well. So this episode, we're going to just dive into some news and then what we've been playing. Why don't we start with the only real big news of the last week, I think, which is the Switch Lite is a thing. The Switch Mini, the mini Switch. Comes in 3 colors, yellow, blue, and gray. That's all I care about. I want that blue.
Right now, and then it has the Pokemon Sword Shield.
Oh, that's right. Has that weird...
Special. They already have a special edition that's going to be coming out.
It's like the white and gray,
it has some stuff on. Yeah, it has some stuff on the back for the Pokemon characters and stuff. Comes out the same day as Link's Awakening, I believe.
It comes out on the 20th?
20th,
yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, same day as Link's Awakening, right.
Which is funny that there's not a special Zelda one launching on that day, but...
I mean, obviously the Pokemon will just sell like fucking crazy.
Yeah, so. And it's really gonna... if they do a special edition Switch or Switch Lite, it will be for the Breath of the Wild sequel, I'll be honest. Like... So yeah, I bet. Who wants to talk about what it actually is? You or me?
Why don't you start? Because the thing that I want to focus on are like probably tiny things. So
okay.
Why don't you go with the big stuff first?
I mean, it is a Switch Lite. It is specifically, it is a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter than a normal Switch. The Joy-Cons don't disconnect; they are built in. It doesn't have the IR stuff from the Joy-Con, so you can't do like Labo or anything like that. It doesn't have a kickstand. But beyond that, it's the same. I mean, the screen's a little smaller, but it's the same resolution. Like everything's just a little bit smaller.
Did it's the same. That you said the D-pad?
Yeah, I haven't talked about the D-pad.
Okay,
I was
that's the thing
that one for you.
Okay, that's the thing I'm most excited about.
But I mean, it can't dock. Even though the charging thing is at the same spot. So I bet it can be put into a dock to charge.
And yeah, that's the thing is like when they said that, people were digging into that and thinking, okay, you can't dock to the TV because they recorrected something about that. And they're like, okay, it seems like you can probably dock to charge.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same USB-C connector.
Right.
The bottom to charge it. But it is a pure handheld. I think I texted you. It is the successor to the 3DS.
Right.
But it is, for the most part, internally... from like a power standpoint and what it can play, no different than a Switch. The same internals.
Right.
Same GPU, CPU. And it's $200, and so it's for the
nice
people.
Price.
I mean, it's basically $200. Here's Pokemon coming out. Give this to your kids. They can't lose Joy-Cons.
Well, it's the idea, Sword and Shield or whatever it is. Like you want both so you can trade Pokemon. So the idea of selling an extra Switch to your, the second kid or whatever, like having a multiple Switch household is easier to swallow
Yep.
if it's much cheaper. And $200 seems like a really, really nice price.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that what the new Nintendo 3DSs went for originally?
Yeah, I bought mine for
Yeah,
$200. That
$200. Yeah.
uh-huh. Oh no,
So
no,
yeah.
wait, the blue one? I think I bought it for 150. I think it was 150.
Okay. I'm sure that they were. Yeah, I think they are 150. So yeah. But yeah, you mentioned the D-pad. It's an actual fucking D-pad.
Oh my god, just make Joy-Con with the D-pad, Nintendo. Come on. Like I play so many platformers on my Switch that it would just be nice to have that kind of rocking D-pad instead of the fucking buttons. I understand why, because you have to like detach and turn sideways and have to be the same as the ABXY or whatever. But give me the D-pad.
Please.
Like I'm holding out. Like there have been a couple of third-party controllers that have the D-pad, but I want the official Nintendo one, obviously. But they look good. I think it's just a smart thing to increase the amount of consoles out in the wild. Like PS4, there's the base one, there's the fucking Slim, and then there's the Pro, and they all count as the same PS4 basically. So those numbers are slightly inflated because people who've bought or purchased 2 or 3.
Yeah. I think it's a good move, and it's the right time. It's not gonna get me to buy another one.
Yeah, me neither. And it's not for us. It's for people who haven't bought it yet.
It's for people that haven't bought it, or you said a second one for a kid.
Right.
So, I mean, I get it. I have no issue with Nintendo doing this. I think it's a great time for it. I am now curious if there's ever going to be that, like...
The Switch Pro?
Yeah, that's actually going to happen. I mean, it could or might.
They denied it. They denied it in the same way that, in the same breath, really, they denied the Switch Mini, and that's obviously real. So I just can't imagine it's not going to be real.
But when? That's the thing.
Yeah, not this year, I don't think.
Yeah, maybe it's something they hold for another year.
Yeah.
And they do a Switch Pro with the Breath of the Wild sequel.
Right. Like next.
That'd actually probably be a good time for it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like a lot more third parties are jumping on in terms of their bigger games, like AAA games. Obviously, Bethesda's got a bunch coming out, but also CD Projekt Red with The Witcher coming out. I'm sure they would all appreciate just a slightly more powerful handheld to make their stuff. They're making compromises to get it on the Switch. That they could make fewer compromises with a stronger Switch for sure.
But I think it's going to be great. This is going to be a good fall for Nintendo. I'm pretty sure.
Well, my Nintendo stock jumped when that announcement was made, which made me happy.
Yeah.
Although I guess it doesn't matter if I don't sell it at that moment, which I did not. I kept a hold of it.
Yeah, but I think there's a good chance that it will continue to go up through the fall.
Yeah. This year is just such a good year. There's been a leak, too, for Luigi's Mansion. It's supposed to come out on the 4th of October or something like that. And then, obviously, our game that we've been waiting with bated breath for on the 26th, Fire Emblem.
Oh, God. And now everybody's getting their, impressions out now.
Oh, yeah. That
all
Kotaku
the
piece.
sites are doing it. The review embargo is next week. But the people are just really digging into, most things I've seen, people play about 20 hours, and it's very much in the school still.
Right.
Very focused in the school, and definitely it's fun listening to people that haven't been, I guess, spoiled, the treehouse spoiled. We've already talked about it, but the time jump stuff. Right. So, one person has no clue that's coming. Or at least they're talking like they have no clue. They're I'm just in school, and it's a little slow to start. You do a battle, then you go to the school, and you get introduced to all the characters and the houses, and you get to pick a house. And it's a little bit between the first battle and the next time you battle. It's kind of slow, but once you get to that point in the next battle, you start seeing how the school's gonna go, and you plan your time and everything. And yeah, it's pretty. I think he's the person I was listening to said it was 20, 25 hours in. He's it's really good. It's a lot of fun. But just had it's they said it's going to be 80 hours. And I'm he's I mean, if it's this and you're doing the school in Mandarin, but it seems pretty cool. And it seems there has to be a lot here. And he's there seems to be a big mystery to the game. I'm not really sure yet. There's just kind of hints to something. And I'm oh, I wonder at what point that jump happens. And then it's an 80, because they talk about it's an 80-hour game.
Right.
So is it just the first half of the game is like the school where you're all doing this stuff, and then you get a time jump, and then it's like the last half of the game is you dealing with these characters later.
I think it's a pretty cool setup because you get really you're getting to know your school and the interactions, I think, with the other schools.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the time jump happens and it's war.
Yeah.
Fucking killing each other.
Yeah,
I'm excited
crazy.
I'm excited about Comic-Con this week, which I have my 4-day pass plus preview, but I don't even need that to get into the Nintendo area, and they always have their upcoming games there. So I'm hoping they have Fire Emblem there. It'd be nice to get a chance to get my hands on it. I'm interested to see how the battles work, because it's kind of like you have your units that are, when they zoom in or whatever, you're like controlling more than one. You're controlling a group as one, but the way that that's going to look and feel, I'm wondering if it's...
Watch the stuff that I've seen video-wise. It doesn't... It still looks like Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Like, you're just moving one unit around on the map, but when they do their attacks, they might be used... Like, that might be like them and a bunch of guys attacking.
So it's just like a cinematic effect kind of thing?
Yeah,
okay, cool.
It's not a... but they did say they pulled out the weapon triangle.
Right. And
That's
they added
not
some
there.
other, like... Oh, no, that was the time pulse thing where you can
Gambits. The time pulse, yeah, you get, like, limited rewinds.
Right.
Which actually might make me play it on classic mode.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Because it's
that in between casual and classic where you're
it
like,
saves
cool.
the fucking people, including me, who play classic mode, and when someone dies, you just fucking hard reset it and start all over again. Like,
yeah,
we're playing classic, but not really. So it's nice to like to have that quick rewind.
Be like, oh, that was a bad choice. Let me rewind that. But you can't. It's not like infinite rewinds. I think.
Yeah, it's like two per match or something like that.
2 or 3, something like that.
That's kind of what I would like to have in Wargroove, where like I feel like you get really punished in that game when you make one fucking mistake. So
it's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
Yeah. Nintendo also added it to the fucking Nintendo Switch Online, so all the old NES games all have rewind now.
Yep.
Or on the 17th or whenever it's going to be.
Yeah, when it comes
out.
Yeah.
But man, I can't wait for fucking Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I am so excited for that game, and I'm going to be sitting in freaking Yellowstone playing that game.
That's a beautiful look. You're gonna be a Nintendo Switch ad where like what that fucking the mini or the Lite ad, to like put the skateboard in their backpack, rode their bike to the skateboard park and skate around, and then pull out a Switch, and they're like rock climbing walls, and they're just pulling out their Switches like in these beautiful fun places, and they're just playing on a Switch.
While I'm sitting there waiting for Old Faithful to shoot, do its thing, I'm just sitting there with my Switch playing Fire Emblem.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be great. This is the best way to go camping.
I gotta interrupt us really quickly here. I got a text from my cousin who says, "God damn, the boss just totally kicked my ass. Apparently, I'm missing something." He said in 90 minutes he hit level 10 and he chose a barbarian.
Okay.
So he's usually asleep by now. So
is he on Skeleton King?
I would assume so.
That seems low level though.
Right.
I don't know though.
I'm not sure why he's getting his ass kicked, but I assume that's where he's at.
Okay then.
So yeah, no, he's usually asleep by 9, so he's definitely hooked into this, right into his veins.
That's great.
Yeah, looking forward to doing some co-op with him. I guess I have to buy it on Switch now.
Yeah, you would need to buy it on Switch.
Yeah, but yeah, so Switch Lite, interesting. Fire Emblem, super excited.
Yep.
What about anything you've been playing this week?
Okay, so it's been 2 weeks.
Oh shit, that's right, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. So a big chunk of not this weekend, like the previous weekend, the 4th through the 7th, my wife and daughter were gone on camping. And so it was me and my son here, and we played an absolute shit ton of Minecraft.
Oh, nice. Like together on the couch?
Yeah, co-op.
Cool.
And I think he really enjoyed it because he could explain it to me.
Right.
Because the last time I really played Minecraft was whenever he was probably about a year old. It was before I moved to my current house.
Dang, that's...
I remember he was taking whenever we had worked through all the sleep crap and he was actually taking his naps. I remember I would go downstairs and I needed something to chill to, and I just play Minecraft.
And you played on the PC?
PC.
At that point?
Yeah, I was just playing on my PC, just built, and I think that's the last time, so 8 years ago.
Wow.
It was pre-Microsoft buying it.
Right.
And I've dabbled since then, but I've never dug into it. again. It's just like, oh, let's generate a world and see what it looks like. But holy crap, is that game, like, I just let him explain stuff to him. I'm like, what's that? What's this? What's going on? Like, because so many things spawn in it now. It's not just like, oh, it's a world. There's villages. There's different types of villages depending on what biomes there are. There's more biomes than I could ever imagine.
Oh, wow.
There's hidden temples and underwater things, and like we found a wrecked ship. Like this wooden ship that Minecraft blocky built ship thing that had been like tipped over on a beach. And he's like, oh yeah, there's like sunken ships and treasure chests and things in there now. I'm like,
oh,
what
dang,
are you
that sounds
talking
fun.
about?
So it's not just about getting resources and building shit. There's like a whole world to explore.
I mean, it's still getting resources and building shit, but there is a world to explore. Like, there is things, like there is the villages have villagers who will trade you for things. Like, they want different things, and you can trade to get other things. There's like insane levels of crafting items. So like we're going deep down, getting iron. Like, I'm like, great, getting iron is good. I know that. He's like, yeah, just gotta get a lot because we need to make an anvil. And I'm like, what the fuck? When are anvils in the game? He's like, Data, like you build an anvil and you can like repair your weapons and you can enchant them. I'm like, what are you talking about? There's enchanting in the game? And so there's like levels of like enchantment tables and like enchantment books to enchant armors and weapons, and like you can get swords of smiting. It's like, what the fuck is this game? It's insane.
And that's like how many days was your wife and daughter on?
Like 4.
And that was the bulk of your gaming?
During that chunk, yes. I
That's
played
awesome.
that. Like, we probably played, for him, it was like, fine, screen time limits out the window, we're going. Like, you've been so excited, we're just going to play co-op.
Let's just play, yeah.
Let's play. And I think we played, over those 4 days, for him, which was probably insane, we probably played about 15 hours. And he was just thrilled. And he explained a ton to me. We built a giant mage tower, basically. I just built it. I was like, we're building a tower as our home base. So we found like a mountain and we just built a giant tower on it. And we all have our floors and lined down and explored the world and fell off the giant tower while building it and died at a respawn.
Awesome.
That happened. But it was a lot of fun. It was a great bonding experience with me and my son.
Yeah.
Of just like, and him feeling like he knows more than me when it comes to a game.
Right,
And
he gets to teach you.
he can teach me about what's going on and explain things to me, which is a great shift. And I'm sure all of it I could figure out pretty quickly, but just letting him tell me was great.
Right.
It was a really fun time. Beyond that, I have the Switch, and I don't know if I should have bought it, but it was half off, so I have Valkyria Chronicles 4.
Oh, nice.
I've only put like half an hour into, because I
Yeah.
got it on 4th of July, actually.
Uh-huh.
I picked it up and I was going to play. And we went out to watch. I was like, oh, I'll play while we're waiting for fireworks here where I live. But there was so many personal fireworks going off, I just couldn't focus.
Yeah.
So I just thought so I'm kind of now holding that one. I want to go a little bit into it, but it's another one that I wanted to save for my vacation.
Right.
But it was
Before Fire Emblem.
yeah, it was like 20. I had some credit as well, so it was like $27 for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, sure. I've been wanting this for a while. I got good reviews, so
Yeah.
pick that up. What else have I been playing? I played because it was free this weekend on Steam, Age of Wonders.
Oh, yeah, I read that was free.
Yeah, I just logged into Steam. I made sure I had it and grabbed it, and I played it. And I mean, I don't know on PC times. Did you ever play the Heroes of Might and Magic games? Any of them?
No, but I think I actually have Heroes of Wonder or Age of Wonder.
I highly I mean, they're big 4X games.
Yeah.
In the style of Civ or anything like that, but very fantasy focused.
Yep.
And with tactical combat.
Right. Yeah, I definitely bought it because that sold me before.
The tactical combat is fun. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do, and who you play, you're a character on the battlefield. Like, you have your units, and then you're like the leader. And as a leader, you're badass and can cast spells and do all sorts of crazy stuff. Generally really fun games. My wife loves the Heroes of Might and Magic games.
It's Age of Wonder, right?
Age of Wonder, but it effectively is a Heroes of Might. Heroes of Might and Magic is the style of game, the Age of Wonders. Heroes of Might and Magic's 1 through 3 pretty much define the genre.
Right, I was just wondering. I thought I had it. I actually don't own it, so I was thinking of some other game.
Then you should just log into Steam and just make sure you get it.
Yep, I'm adding it right now. All right, yep, this is my... what I was thinking of then. There's a different game that sounds like that, I guess.
I'm sure. There is a number of them. This one seems like a good one, though. And so I put a couple hours into that on Friday, just messing around with it on Friday night and just trying to get it's a huge, dense game of building and strategy, and I want to spend more time with it. And then over 2 weeks, the one last other thing, I played like 3 rounds of golf with your friends.
Right. On stream with your friends?
Some on 2 games on stream, and then 1 not on stream. We were just playing because it is a game. One of the guys at work recommended, he's like, hey, this is a great game. We should play this as a team. And it is. It's amazing. Nice
team building.
It's amazing. It's the stupidest game out there. It's the dumbest physics out there. But God, is it hilarious. And you need to turn on collision with other people. So you can knock people out of the way and piss everyone off.
That makes it funner.
Oh God, it's so fun. It's so stupid. Whenever you get, it's so for people who don't know, it's effectively dumb mini golf. Like, it's crazy mini golf levels you could only do in a video game, but you'll get to a new hole and you're like, how the fuck do I do this hole? Like, what is going on? I have to where am I even trying to go? And you just start launching yourself, just trying to figure out where to go.
Right.
And with really crazy obstacles in it. It's a ton of fun. I highly recommend it. It'd be boring alone. It really is something you play with your friends.
It's right in the title. You
it is right friends. In the title. They're not lying. I highly recommend it. If you ever pick it up, I would totally play it with you. It's so good. I would
say if I have it on Steam, we can just play over Steam and then get on Discord and talk, right? Cool.
Totally.
When we get off mic tonight, I'll check to see if I maybe have it, maybe not. Might be in a Humble bundle for all I know.
Actually, I originally bought it off of Humble. So.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
That's Dangerous Golf is the one that I have. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is not what you're talking about.
No.
Yeah. For me, for the last 2 weeks, I haven't played much at all. I don't remember when, but I played Super Mario Maker 2. Made a level that was super fun. Had my wife play it, and that did not go well. But she had fun trying at least. And just working through the story mode, just the different challenges. It's really just, I might have said this last time. It's like a 2D puzzle generator, like just finding ways to use Mario mechanics to make and beat puzzles. It's just a lot of fun. It kind of turns the whole level design of the linear kind of Mario World, Mario 3, whatever, on its head. So it's really a lot of fun. And then the only other thing I played probably for 2 hours when we got back from the reunion before I went to an academic conference was Red Dead Redemption 2. I just decided I wanted to try something different. I had it sitting around, wanted to kind of talk to my friend Ted about it. So loaded it up, and my wife was there doing exercise or whatever. And then she just stayed and watched. So I played for 2 hours. She stayed and watched for 2 hours, which never happens. And I got to say, I had a lot of fun. It is fucking slow. It is, you have to be in for like a slow animation, slow walking, like getting places. Like, I made the mistake of like the first real mission you do where you're trying to find John, basically, who's lost in the mountains in this big snowstorm. When you get him, you load him up on your horse and you're running away, and there's these wolves that chase you, and you have to shoot these wolves, and I couldn't quite shoot them or whatever, so I died and had to start the mission over. But there are 2 options which I didn't read quickly. I didn't stop to fucking read. But there are 2 options. One says restart mission, the other one says restart at checkpoint. And I clicked restart mission and then registered shit that said checkpoint, and then I went all the way back. So I had to redo like 20 minutes. of slow walking. So the story is like instantly gripping. It really is really interesting. It looks beautiful. Like my wife just wanted to see what would happen next, like in this story. So there's definitely that. But basically everything you heard about how good it is and how annoying it is to play, I think are true at the same time.
It is exactly the same. Those things.
Yeah, it's the nexus of those things. So I haven't played since because I was gone for a while. But it got its hooks in me. It feels good, but I don't know how much I'm going to play in the next.
How much bullshit can you put up with for
exactly
lots of good looking and good story?
Right, like when you get further in the game and it just that tedium kind of repeats ad nauseum. I'm sure that at that point I'd be like, nah, fuck this. But so far it was pretty interesting. But that's all that I've played except for on the plane with my daughter. Like on the plane I have to have my DS because I fucking hate planes. But now with my 2-year-old, she sees me with my DS, obviously, and she's like, hey, I want to play that. So she took my DS, was playing Super Mario Brothers 2 on the DS, and she learned what the jump button was. She would just jump, and that was it. Jump. Just jumping, watching Mario jump. So got some cool pictures. It was pretty cute.
And then got bored, I assume.
She jumped for like 20 minutes. So eventually, I guess.
Yes, and then it was like, okay, novelty is worn off.
Yes, cool. Exactly. And then I got it back, and then she watched Llama Llama on the iPad because fucking rules are out the window on the fucking plane.
Oh, of course.
But it was great. It was a great trip. We had 7 hours driving before we got to the airport on the way back, and she was totally fine.
Okay.
Which is unheard of. So, yeah, that is what I've been playing. Before we sign off, I just want to remind you we're doing a contest for the next 2 weeks. If you could leave us a rating on iTunes for our podcast, leave a comment, and then link that review to us on Twitter at Prof Plays Games at SummerSpeak. We have a physical copy of PS4 version of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is new, even though fucking GameStop opens that shit and whatever.
Why is that bullshit? It always is bullshit.
So annoying. And
I mean, I get it. If you go to like Best Buy,
they're empty.
Or anything like that, they have the actual cases. Like there's things to look at in front, but the cases themselves that have the games are locked
They're
behind.
in the cage, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, can't you just have the empty case without a disc? I mean, clearly you don't want the front for the money to have the like display case that has no game even attached to it. But God, come on, guys.
So annoying. I was like, this is not new. This is not a new game. Like, yes, it is. And like, no, you opened it. It is not new, but I still fucking bought it. But I bought it for you guys, for the audience. And then he's got the Mass Effect expansion for Cards Against Humanity, and we will mail them anywhere in Canada, United States, or Mexico. Please give us those ratings on iTunes specifically, and link it on Twitter to us, and then we will enter you into the drawing and choose 2 people in 2 weeks.
Good luck, everyone. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for being here for the last 200 episodes. Yeah. And hopefully stick around for the next 200.
Yep. And I'll plug it again. If you want to see me probably making an ass of myself with a bunch of other game devs making a game, you can start tuning in on Twitch TV /GhostlyBearGames. It'll be fun.
Nice.
Probably in the next week to 2 weeks, we'll start rolling that out. And everyone can see kind of some stuff that we've been working on. It's exciting.
Looking forward to checking that out myself. All right, my friends, thank you so much. This has been episode 200. He's at SummerSpeak. I'm at Prof Plays Games, and we will see you next week, I believe. You're still around, right?
Yep, I'm still around. One more week.
We'll see. Okay, cool. We'll see you next week for episode 201.